The canine world is filled with captivating secrets, with certain breeds providing insights into the ancient history of dog domestication. These primitive breeds, also known as basal breeds, retain genetic and behavioral traits closely connected to their wolf ancestors. Due to geographical isolation and limited human intervention, these breeds have preserved characteristics that make them uniquely fascinating to dog enthusiasts and researchers alike. In this video, we present the 10 most primitive dog breeds, showcasing a diverse array of canines from various parts of the world. Number 10. Canine Dog. The canine dog, Israel's national breed, is a testament to canine resilience and adaptability. Originating in the land of Canaan, modern-day Israel, and Lebanon, these dogs have a history stretching back millennia. Archaeological evidence suggests their presence in the region as far back as 2200 BCE. Renowned for their survival skills, canine dogs lived as pariah dogs for centuries, scrounging on the outskirts of human settlements. Their near-feral existence came to an end in the 1930s, when Dr. Rudolfina Menzel began a breeding program to preserve and domesticate the breed for use as military dogs. Physically, canine dogs are medium-sized, weighing 35 to 55 pounds, with a double coat that protects them from harsh desert conditions. A 2004 study found they possess 12 haplotypes, indicating minimal genetic bottlenecking despite their small population. This genetic richness contributes to their hardiness and health. Behaviorally, canine dogs exhibit strong territorial instincts and wariness of strangers, traits that serve them well in their feral state. Today, while cherished as companions, canine dogs remain relatively rare, with only about 2,000 to 3,000 registered worldwide. Their preservation is crucial, as they represent a living link to the ancient canines that first allied with humans millennia ago. Number 9. New Guinea Singing Dog. The New Guinea Singing Dog is a rare and enigmatic breed that has captivated researchers and dog enthusiasts alike. Native to the highlands of New Guinea, these dogs are named for their unique vocalization, a melodious howl that resembles singing, with harmonics unlike any other canine. Thought to have diverged from other dogs around 6,000 years ago, singing dogs are considered a living fossil in the canine world. Their isolation in the rugged terrain of New Guinea has preserved many primitive traits. Recent genetic studies suggest they are closely related to the Australian dingo, forming a clade distinct from modern domestic dogs. Physically, these are small to medium-sized, typically weighing 20 to 30 pounds. They possess a fox-like appearance with erect ears, a wedge-shaped head, and a brush tail. Their agility is remarkable. They can rotate their forelimbs like cats, allowing them to climb trees, an unusual ability for canines. In the wild, their population is critically low, with some experts believing them to be functionally extinct. However, a 2016 expedition in Papua, Indonesia, rediscovered a wild population, reigniting conservation efforts. In captivity, there are only about 200 to 300 individuals worldwide, making them one of the rarest dog breeds. These dogs exhibit strong prey drive and independence, challenging traditional domestication. They're highly intelligent but can be aloof with strangers. Their hunting strategy involves a predatory bow posture, a behavior rarely seen in modern breeds. Number 8. Peruvian Inca Orchid. The Peruvian Inca Orchid, also known as the Peruvian hairless dog, is an ancient breed with a history intertwined with pre-Columbian Peruvian civilizations. Archaeological evidence, including pottery and textiles, suggests these dogs have existed for over 3,000 years, with some estimates placing their origin as far back as 750 BCE. Genetically unique, the Peruvian Inca Orchid's hairlessness is caused by a form of canine ectodermal dysplasia, resulting from a dominant gene mutation. Interestingly, the breed can produce both hairless and coated varieties within the same litter, with the hairless trait being dominant. The breed's most striking feature is its large, upright ears, which contribute to excellent hearing and heat regulation. Historically, these dogs held significant cultural importance. The Inca believed they possessed mystical healing powers, often using them as bed warmers and to alleviate arthritis pain. During the Spanish conquest, the breed nearly went extinct as they were considered symbols of paganism. In 1966, American Jack Walklin discovered the breed and began efforts to save it from extinction. Today, while still rare, their numbers are slowly increasing. Their primitive instincts are evident in their high prey drive and occasional stubborn streak. Number 7. Xoloitzcuintli. Also known as the Mexican hairless dog, is an ancient breed with a history deeply rooted in Mesoamerican culture. Archaeological evidence suggests the breed's existence dates back over 3,000 years, with some estimates placing their origin as far back as 5,000 to 7,000 years ago. Named after the Aztec god Xolotl and the Nahuatl word for dog, Itzcuintli, these dogs held a sacred status in ancient Aztec and Maya civilizations. They were believed to guide souls through the underworld and possess healing powers, often used as living hot water bottles to alleviate pain and illness. Genetically, Xolos share the same hairless gene as the Peruvian Inca orchid, though they're not closely related. This convergent evolution is a fascinating example of parallel genetic mutations. Like their Peruvian counterparts, Xolos can be born either hairless or coated. In 2011, the Xoloitzcuintli was named the official dog of Mexico City, highlighting its cultural significance. Despite this, they remain relatively rare, with only about 30,000 registered worldwide. Xolos are known for their calm, tranquil nature, yet they're also alert and make excellent watchdogs. Recent genetic studies have confirmed the Xolos' ancient lineage, placing them among the oldest of dog breeds. Number 6. Thai Ridgeback. The Thai Ridgeback is an ancient breed that originated in eastern Thailand, with a history dating back at least 3,000 years. Their name comes from the distinctive ridge of hair on their back that grows in the opposite direction to the rest of their coat, a trait shared with only two other breeds, the Rhodesian Ridgeback and the Phu Quoc Ridgeback. Genetic studies suggest that the Thai Ridgeback is one of the most genetically diverse dog breeds, indicating minimal human intervention in their breeding over millennia. This genetic richness contributes to their hardiness and overall health. Physically, Thai Ridgebacks are medium to large dogs, typically weighing between 35 to 75 pounds. Their muscular build and agile nature reflect their history as hunting and guard dogs in the Thai wilderness. Interestingly, about 2 to 3% of purebred Thai Ridgebacks are born without a ridge. Their isolation in the eastern provinces of Thailand, coupled with poor transportation systems, helped maintain their primitive characteristics well into the 20th century. Behaviorally, Thai Ridgebacks exhibit strong primitive instincts. They are independent, territorial, and have a high prey drive. The breed was first introduced to the West in 1994 and recognized by the United Kennel Club in 1996. Despite growing interest, Thai Ridgebacks remain rare outside of Thailand, with an estimated global population of only about 1,000 dogs. Number 5. Carolina Dog. Also known as the American Dingo or Dixie Dingo, is a fascinating breed that represents a living link to the prehistoric dogs of North America. These dogs were discovered living wild in the southeastern United States, particularly in isolated areas of Georgia and South Carolina, in the 1970s. Dr. Hilaire Brisbane, a biologist at the University of Georgia, first documented these wild dogs and noted their remarkable resemblance to the Australian dingo and other primitive breeds. Genetic studies have since suggested that Carolina dogs may indeed be descended from the ancient canines that crossed the Bering Land Bridge with early Native American peoples, possibly 8,000 to 10,000 years ago. Physically, Carolina dogs are medium-sized, typically weighing between 30 to 55 pounds. One of the most intriguing aspects of Carolina dogs is their retention of primitive behaviors. They often dig small, snout-sized holes, which researchers believe may be used for food storage, a behavior seen in other wild canids. They also have a unique chorusing behavior where groups howl together in a way that's distinct from other dog breeds. Reproductively, Carolina dogs exhibit some wolf-like characteristics. Females typically only come into heat once a year, unlike most domestic dogs which have 2 or more cycles annually. While some Carolina dogs still live in the wild, others have been domesticated. Those living with humans have shown to be loyal, intelligent, and adaptable companions, though they often retain a strong prey drive and independent nature. Number 4. Shiba Inu. The Shiba Inu, Japan's smallest native Spitz breed, is an ancient dog with a history stretching back over 3,000 years. Originally bred for hunting in the mountainous regions of Japan, these dogs have maintained many of their primitive traits despite their growing popularity as companion animals. Genetic studies have shown that the Shiba Inu is one of the oldest and most genetically diverse of all dog breeds. They are part of the basal breed group, which includes dogs genetically closer to wolves than most modern dog breeds. This genetic antiquity contributes to their distinctive appearance and behaviors. Physically, Shibas are small but sturdy dogs, typically weighing between 17 to 23 pounds. Their cat-like agility and compact size made them ideal for flushing out small game in dense underbrush. The breed nearly faced extinction during World War II due to bombing raids and a distemper outbreak. Post-war conservation efforts saved the Shiba, combining 3 remaining bloodlines to reconstruct the breed we know today. This near-extinction event, however, resulted in a genetic bottleneck that's reflected in modern Shibas. In recent years, they've gained global fame through internet memes, particularly the Doge meme, which features a Shiba Inu. Despite their growing popularity, with an estimated population of over 6 million in Japan alone, Shibas retain many of their primitive instincts. Their preservation is crucial not only as a cultural icon of Japan, but also as a window into the behaviors and genetics of ancient dog breeds. Number 3. Chow Chow. The Chow Chow, originating from northern China, is one of the world's oldest and most distinctive dog breeds. Archaeological evidence suggests that the breed has existed for at least 2,000 years, with some experts arguing their history could stretch back as far as 3,000 years. Their unique features, including a blue-black tongue, scowling expression, and lion-esque mane, set them apart from other breeds. Historically, Chow Chows served various roles in ancient China. They were used for hunting, herding, pulling, and protection. Some were even bred for food. In Chinese imperial courts, they were kept as prized companions and status symbols. Chow Chows are known for their aloof, independent nature and strong guarding instincts. They're often described as cat-like in their behaviors, being clean, reserved, and sometimes stubborn. This independence can be traced back to their early use as all-purpose working dogs that needed to make decisions on their own. One fascinating aspect of Chow Chows is their unique dentition. They have 44 teeth instead of the standard 42 found in most dog breeds. The Chow Chow's primitive traits, distinctive appearance, and ancient lineage make them not just a fascinating breed, but also an important subject for studies in canine evolution and domestication. Number 2. Akita Inu. Archaeological evidence suggests that dogs similar to the Akita have existed in Japan for over 9,000 years, making them one of the oldest recognizable dog breeds. Genetically, Akitas belong to the ancient Spitz-type dog group, characterized by their wolf-like features. Physically, Akitas are large and powerful dogs, typically weighing between 70 and 130 pounds. They have a bear-like head, small upright ears, and a curled tail, all hallmarks of primitive Spitz breeds. Historically, Akitas were employed as hunting dogs for large game, including bears. They also served as guard dogs and were symbols of good health, happiness, and long life in Japanese culture. The famous story of Hachiko, an Akita who waited at a train station for 9 years after his owner's death, cemented the breed's reputation for unwavering loyalty. The breed faced near extinction during World War II, with many being killed for their fur or as a food source. Post-war preservation efforts, including contributions from Helen Keller, who introduced the breed to America, helped save the Akita from disappearing. A unique trait is their relative quietness. They rarely bark, instead communicating through grunts, whines, and a distinctive Akita grumble. In Japan, the Akita is considered a national treasure and is protected by the Japanese government. Strict breeding standards are maintained to preserve the purity of the Japanese Akita, which differs slightly from the American Akita recognized in other parts of the world. Number 1. Basenji. The Basenji, often referred to as the barkless dog, holds the top spot as one of the most primitive dog breeds in the world. Originating from Central Africa, particularly the Congo region, Basenjis have a history that stretches back thousands of years, with depictions of Basenji-like dogs found in ancient Egyptian tombs dating as far back as 4000 BCE. Genetically, Basenjis are truly unique. They are one of the few breeds that have remained largely unchanged for millennia due to their geographical isolation. Recent genetic studies have shown that Basenjis diverge from the wolf lineage earlier than any other breed, making them genetically closest to the ancestral dog. Physically, Basenjis are small to medium-sized dogs, typically weighing 22 to 24 pounds. They have a distinctive appearance with erect ears, a wrinkled forehead, and a tightly curled tail. Their short, fine coat comes in colors like chestnut red, black, brindle, or tricolor. One of their most unique features is their larynx, which produces an unusual yodel-like sound called a baru instead of a bark. Historically, Basenjis were used by indigenous peoples for hunting in dense African forests. Their excellent sight and scent, combined with their silent nature, made them ideal for flushing game into nets. They were so valued that they were often given as gifts to Egyptian pharaohs. The Basenji was introduced to the Western world relatively late, with the first successful importation to England occurring in 1937. Despite this, they've maintained much of their primitive nature. Interestingly, the Basenji is one of the few breeds that still experiences a single annual estrus cycle, similar to wolves, rather than the biannual cycle common in most domesticated dogs. Today, while Basenjis are kept as companions worldwide, their global population remains relatively small, with annual registrations in the low thousands. Conservation efforts are crucial, as Basenjis represent a living link to the earliest days of dog domestication. Their unique genetics and behaviors continue to provide valuable insights into canine evolution and the human-dog relationship that began thousands of years ago. This concludes our exploration of the 10 most primitive dog breeds. I hope you enjoyed it. Now it's your turn. Which of these breeds would be the first one on your list to adopt? Let me know in the comments. Finally, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, and see you soon.